Here are the components that make up an Ultra Match blaster. This blaster is not like your conventional Nerf blaster. It is highly modified and requires much machining and talent to build. I have this unscrewed already to make this quicker. This is serial number 009. This is This is basically one of my prototypes. As you can see, this blaster is made of a lot of handmade tinkering. First, let's get rid of this trigger catch spring, because this always goes flying off. As you can see, the way I build my blasters, everything comes right out into play. This is the part I want to manufacture. Basically, all of this. What this normally is a plunger tube with an AR assembly. So here's your front AR assembly, your rear AR assembly, and it goes usually into a barrel assembly. What we do is take all this out. You have to file this whole thing back in here down. You have to hone the entire inside of it. You have to glue a piece of 1732 in there. You have to put a post stop in for your dart. Then I have to machine this piece right here, which is an interchangeable part. Which I want to make this out of injection molded nylon 6, so with a vent rib on the top and a post, so that this works as your hold in. I want to remake this piece right here so it is threaded, so that this holds into here threaded, but it also this has a thread on here that goes into this at the same time. So there would be an outer thread here that would thread, and an inner thread for this piece, which would be bigger diameter to compensate for the need of this. So this would be a custom piece as well. I use a 5 kilograms Orange ModWorks retaliator spring in order to use it as a hold down spring for the barrel assembly. The plunger tube after that is one piece. It's all glued together out of 1732 brass, your front and rear AR assemblies, and your plunger tube on a standard Firestrike. There is the inside of it right there. The brass goes all the way back to the plunger tube, having zero dead space. This all has to be done by hand and takes hours and hours of time and effort to do. Another thing here is that this is epoxied in. Maybe you remember earlier in the video I said it's epoxied. You basically have to put all this in here. You have to epoxy the inside of this solid too, if you can see it right there. Yeah, so this has to sit by itself, dry, right? Then you have to put all your parts in. You have to snap this together, not make one mistake, and put this in. You have to file these posts down over here, because you have 4 posts that you usually make this 9/16 spring too big to put in. Then you have to glue it. Then you have to Teflon tape it. Then you have to match your Teflon tape to this. Then you have to test fire it over and over and over again. And my friends, this is why this kit is, as a fully assembled blaster, costs about $100. I want to bring this down to about $30. I want to make this more practical for the everyday Nerf shooter, and I want to get more people into shooting Stephens like this, over 100 feet, rather than have them pay over $100 to do it. This way, it gets them into the better production Nerf guns, such as the Xeric kits, the long shots, and other offerings that Nick make, such as making ultimate missile blasts and mods, and also Titans, snap pulls, rainbow bows, all those great things. But without a great introduction blaster that can get people in the door, we're not going to see our Nerf community get any bigger, and we're not going to see a real mainstream response to modded Nerf guns. And we could get beaten out by the paintball guns and the airsoft guns. What we need is a good starter pistol. One that they buy the chassis for $10, they get the mod kit for $30, $40 gets them in the door, gets them shooting.